There are a number of different options for flashing around your windows and doors, especially if they're inset. You're going to have some sort of custom flashing, whether that's a self-bent flashing where you bend this on your own sheet metal brake. This is an aluminum flashing that we bent on our sheet metal brake. This style is called a brick mold flashing that will go on like this. You'll see this brick mold shape after you install your siding. With this shape of flashing, you notice how this part is kind of an L that just goes on over the InSoFast. The purpose of that is to provide an attachment point for standard lap siding or other types of siding where you can actually screw this with long screws all the way through the InSoFast into the sheathing. So then you can nail the end of your siding onto this, and then it will butt up flush with your brick mold. Another option for your flashings is going to a sheet metal bending shop, which most places that steel siding will also bend custom flashings like this one. This one is steel. It's a lot sturdier and more durable, and it's also a lot heavier, you'll notice. And the benefit of that is just longevity. It won't get beat up nearly as easily, but they do cost more than if you were to bend your own flashings out of aluminum. So this is a very similar flashing to the last one, except this one incorporates a J channel, which is meant to have siding to slide into this groove. This is what you typically see with vinyl siding or things like that. So this one's gonna go on just like the other one, except your siding's gonna come in. And ideally, you'd have this stick out longer so you could screw through this flange into your sheathing, and then you'd be able to nail to this. There are a number of other different options. This is just your standard J channel that'll work just like the other one. It'll have a much lower profile, so all you're gonna see is this strip here, and your siding's gonna just butt into there. Like the other one, this is just a lower profile option. This is a different option that would be more for a situation where you wanna put a trim board, or if you just want a really low profile around your opening. So with this, you'd install this, and you could either butt your siding right up against there and get this really low profile exposed piece of your flashing, or you can put your trim board on here. So then you'd just go in with a J channel or whatever type, or even just butt up right against, depending on your type of siding. Here's another option. This is very similar to the last one, but it has a more pronounced ridge on here. It's gonna go on just like the last one. You could either go with this, put your hardy plank, just about any type of siding. You probably wouldn't want to do vinyl this way because it needs that J channel, or you could even put a trim board around here too. It just really depends on your preference. And like I said earlier, what you'd want to do is put a long screw through your sheathing into your wall to then be able to attach your siding at the end so it doesn't flop out at the end. Because like in this situation, you have a stud back here, you don't have it quite at the end here, so it's always ideal to be able to attach your siding all the way at the end. So when you're going around your windows, you can actually use a lot of times the same flashing on the sides that you would on the sill. It's designed for a more inset window than this is right here, but you can just picture it going all the way back flush with the InSoFast, and then you'd have your straight side jamb of your window. But when you go to the sill, usually you'd have a sloped wood sill on the bottom here. You can actually take this flashing and it will bend, so you can have your sloped sill on the bottom with using the same bent piece of flashing that you used on the sides.